If you've ever wondered what to do with that box of borax sitting in your cabinet, stick around. We're about to reveal 20 incredible borax hacks that can save you time, money, and a ton of frustration. From freshening up your home to tackling stubborn stains and even surprising crafty uses, these hacks will have you rethinking everything you thought you knew about simple household products. Number 1. The laundry booster. Many people remember their grandmothers throwing a cup of borax into the washing machine to make clothes come out whiter and fresher. There's something about the minerals in borax that neutralizes odors, breaks down acidic stains, and boosts your regular detergent's cleaning power. Instead of relying on heavy fragrances to cover up weird smells in your laundry, you can let borax do the work by targeting the actual source of the odor. This trick also helps soften hard water, which is a big deal if you live in an area where your washing machine struggles with mineral buildup. Add about half a cup to a normal load, and watch how stubborn spots like wine or coffee stains start to fade more easily. Plenty of online cleaning communities talk about how borax leaves clothes smelling cleaner, but not overly perfumed. It's been a reliable hack for generations, and it's a real lifesaver if you're trying to keep your laundry routine simple and economical. People also mention that it helps prevent that musty smell that sometimes appears when you forget the clothes in the washer a little too long. Number 2. The quick toilet refresher. No one loves scrubbing the toilet, but borax can make this chore less disgusting. The classic move is to sprinkle a quarter cup of borax directly into the toilet bowl, leave it overnight, and then swish in the morning for an easy clean. Folks who add a splash of white vinegar find that the fizzing action helps loosen stains even faster. Because borax is a gentle abrasive, it works on those pesky rings and mineral deposits without requiring tons of elbow grease. Many cleaning enthusiasts appreciate that it doesn't release harsh chemical fumes. If you drop in a few drops of essential oil, you can replace the classic toilet cleaner smell with something more pleasant like lavender or eucalyptus. Just be sure to store your container of borax well out of reach of curious kids and pets, since it's not something you want them ingesting. Adult household tips often emphasize these safety precautions, but otherwise, people say it's one of the easiest ways to keep your bathroom looking and smelling fresh. Number 3. Foot soak remedy. After a long day, there's something blissful about soaking your feet in warm water. By adding a small amount of borax, some folks suggest a tablespoon or two, to a basin of water, you can help neutralize foot odor and soften rough skin. Many people also like to include Epsom salts, a bit of baking soda, or a few drops of soothing essential oils. The mild alkalinity of borax can reduce acidity on the feet, which is often linked to unpleasant smells and minor irritation. Some adult-oriented self-care blogs swear by this method for a weekly foot soak, especially if you wear tight shoes or spend hours standing. Be sure to rinse your feet thoroughly afterward and pat them dry to avoid leaving any residue on your skin. It's like a do-it-yourself spa treatment that doesn't require an expensive appointment, and your feet often feel revived and fresh afterward. Number 4. Stain-busting carpet treatment. Carpets can trap odors from pets, cooking, or just everyday life, and vacuuming alone may not cut it. That's why sprinkling a combination of borax and baking soda into the carpet fibers, letting it sit for 30 minutes to an hour, and then vacuuming can make a noticeable difference. The borax helps break down grime and can deter small insects like fleas, while the baking soda absorbs lingering smells. Some people also blend in a little cornstarch to help with moisture and add a few drops of essential oil for a pleasant scent. It's a simple hack that can be done every so often, especially in high traffic areas. Many folks who have tried this say it's cheaper and more effective than store-bought carpet fresheners. If you're sensitive to dust, you might want to open a window or wear a mask while vacuuming. Since we're dealing with a powder, it's wise to keep pets and children away until you've finished vacuuming thoroughly. Number 5. Homemade slime fun. Even though this hack is often associated with kids, plenty of adults find slime oddly therapeutic. Borax is a key activator that transforms ordinary glue into that stretchy, squishy stuff that's all over DIY craft channels. To make it, you typically dissolve a small amount of borax in warm water, then pour it into a separate bowl of white school glue mixed with water and maybe a bit of food coloring or glitter. When you stir, it magically turns into slime. People love adding personal touches like scented oils or glow-in-the-dark powder. Just keep in mind that you don't want little kids tasting it, so adult supervision is crucial. For many crafters, slime is a fun project to de-stress or to keep busy on a rainy day. If it starts to dry out, you can store it in an airtight container with a few drops of water to bring it back to life. Number 6, easy drain declogger. Slow drains can seriously ruin your day, especially if you're in a hurry. When hair, soap scum, and other debris gather in your pipes, consider a borax-based approach before buying stronger chemicals. Some people pour a few tablespoons of borax directly into the drain, then follow it with boiling water. Others mix borax with vinegar to create a gentle fizz that can loosen blockages. Let it sit for about 15 minutes, then flush with more hot water. This method may not blast away the worst clogs, but it often helps for minor slowdowns. It's also easier on your pipes than some commercial products. If you still notice a problem, repeating the process a few times or combining with a plunger might do the trick. It's important to mention, though, that if you have severe backups, you might need professional help. But for everyday drain maintenance, borax is a safe and wallet-friendly option. Number 7, all-purpose countertop cleaner. Many folks blend borax with a bit of dish soap and warm water to create a paste that works well on kitchen counters, sink fixtures, and even stovetops. Because borax is slightly abrasive, it can handle stuck-on residue, but isn't so harsh that it leaves big scratches. If you want a fresh scent, toss in a squirt of lemon juice, but be cautious with natural stone surfaces like marble or granite. Test a small area first to avoid discoloration. This method can replace multiple spray bottles in your cleaning stash, simplifying your routine. People who prefer minimal chemical smells appreciate the mild, clean aroma this mixture leaves behind. Always rinse thoroughly when you're done to avoid any powdery film. This simple hack fits perfectly into a no-fuss approach to keeping your kitchen tidy without resorting to a bunch of specialized products. Number 8, deodorizing the fridge. Refrigerators can develop unpleasant odors over time, especially if you store strong-smelling foods or forget about leftovers in the back corner. A small open container of borax inside the fridge can help neutralize these smells, much like baking soda does. Some folks even combine borax and baking soda for extra odor-busting power. If you want to deep clean the inside, dissolve a tablespoon of borax in a bowl of warm water and wipe down the shelves, walls, and drawers. This reduces lingering smells without coating your fridge in harsh chemical fumes. Always remove and discard old or spoiled food first, of course, but once the space is cleared out, let borax tackle any subtle odors that might be clinging to the surfaces. It's a quiet, ongoing solution that can keep your fridge smelling neutral and inviting whenever you reach in for a snack. Number 9, weed control and cracks. Those annoying weeds poking through driveway cracks or between patio stones can ruin the look of your outdoor space. Many gardening fans swear that borax helps zap these intruders without resorting to heavy-duty herbicides. Mix a small amount of borax with water and carefully spray directly on the weeds, avoiding any grass or plants you actually want to keep. Because borax is a natural substance that disrupts certain plant metabolisms, it's effective in drying out unwanted growth. Just use caution, because too much overspray can harm surrounding greenery. Keep pets away until the area is dry, and don't rely on this hack if you need to treat large sections of lawn. It's best reserved for targeting weeds in specific spots. Even so, it's a classic grandma trick that remains popular among those who enjoy simpler, do-it-yourself gardening solutions. Number 10, brightening old linens. Yellowing linens or heirloom tablecloths can be tricky to restore, but borax may help revive them. Fill a large tub or sink with warm water, add about half a cup of borax, and let the fabric soak for a few hours or even overnight. Then wash as usual. People find this method particularly useful for vintage lace, doilies, or delicate items that you want to handle with care. Because borax softens water and improves detergent performance, it can gently lift stains that have built up over the years. Some crafters use this approach to prep old linens for upcycling projects. If you're concerned about fragile materials, test a small corner first. Many who try this are thrilled to see their beloved pieces regain a bit of their original brightness, a result that doesn't always happen with regular detergent alone. It's a nod to old-school laundry secrets that still hold up today. Number 11, mold and mildew buster. Bathrooms, basements, and other damp areas can develop mold or mildew stains, which can be both unsightly and a bit musty. Create a paste using borax, water, and a dash of white vinegar if you like. Spread it on the affected area, let it sit for about 15 minutes, and then scrub with a brush. The borax works to inhibit further growth, and the mild, abrasive action helps lift the existing spots. Many people prefer this to strong-smelling commercial products that can irritate the eyes and throat. Always ensure good ventilation and wear gloves to protect your hands. After cleaning, some folks recommend wiping the surface dry or placing a small container of borax nearby to help absorb extra moisture. It's a simple trick that can keep damp corners under control, especially if you repeat it occasionally. Number 12, polishing stainless steel sinks. Stainless steel sinks look gorgeous when they're shiny, but everyday use can leave them dull and streaked with water spots. Mixing borax with a little bit of baking soda and a couple of drops of dish soap can create an easy polish. Scrub gently with a soft cloth or sponge, focusing on areas around the drain or faucet base. Rinse thoroughly, then buff with a dry cloth to see that reflective sparkle come back. People report that this homemade mix doesn't scratch the metal and doesn't leave behind any chalky residue. If you want a final finishing touch, a quick wipe with a bit of vinegar can help remove any leftover streaks. This hack is especially popular among those who want a professional-looking sink without spending money on specialized polishing agents. It's quick, effective, and continues the tradition of Grandma's no-nonsense cleaning solutions. Number 13, refreshing pet bedding. Pets can bring so much joy, but they also leave behind fur, dander, and the occasional unpleasant odor on their bedding. Adding a small scoop of borax to the washing machine with your usual detergent can help remove these smells more thoroughly. For a quick in-between wash freshening, some people lightly sprinkle borax onto the bedding, wait a few minutes, and vacuum it up. Always keep pets out of the area while you're using borax and make sure everything is rinsed properly afterward. This method is simpler and often cheaper than buying specialized pet bedding cleaners. It's also beneficial for people who might have allergies, as a borax boost can make a difference in how clean and dander-free the bedding becomes. Just remember to follow common sense safety measures, as your furry friends definitely don't need to be snacking on this powder. Number 14, gentle jewelry soak. Certain types of jewelry can get dull from lotion, soap residue, or skin oils. A mild soak in warm water with a dash of borax can loosen that buildup and make your pieces shine again. People often recommend this for sturdy materials like gold or silver, though you'll want to be cautious with pearls, opals, or other porous stones. After a few minutes in the soak, use a soft bristled brush to clean any crevices, then rinse thoroughly. Pat dry with a soft cloth, and you'll likely see a nice improvement. It's not as intense as ultrasonic cleaners or chemical dips, but for everyday tarnish or a bit of grime, borax can do a decent job. This idea has popped up in various do-it-yourself cleaning circles, and it's become a go-to method for those who don't want to pay for professional cleanings every single time. Just double-check the type of metal or gemstone you have before trying this hack to avoid any surprises. Number 15, shoe deodorizer. Gym shoes, work boots, and everyday sneakers can develop a funky smell after a while, no matter how careful you are. Sprinkling a little borax inside each shoe, giving it a shake, and letting it sit overnight can tackle that odor. In the morning, tap out or vacuum any remaining powder. If you want an extra fresh vibe, mix the borax with a pinch of baking soda and a drop or two of essential oil before adding it to your shoes. People who use this trick point out that it's simpler and more cost-effective than constantly buying commercial shoe fresheners. As always, keep the powder away from pets who might investigate curious scents. This method can help you extend the life of your footwear while avoiding awkward foot smells that linger around the house. Number 16, mattresses and upholstery. Refresh. Mattresses are often overlooked when it comes to deep cleaning, even though we spend hours on them each night. Borax can help with that. Lightly sprinkle borax over the mattress surface, let it sit for about half an hour to absorb odors and moisture, and then vacuum it thoroughly. Some people add a bit of baking soda to the mix for an even stronger deodorizing effect. For upholstered furniture, you can use a similar approach, as long as you test a small hidden patch first to ensure it won't stain. This hack can be especially helpful if you've had a spill, or if your mattress just seems a bit stale from normal use. People often mention that the room feels fresher afterward, and it can cut down on any musty smells that might be hanging around. It's an easy maintenance step that many adults incorporate into their regular cleaning routine. Number 17, rust spot treatment. Metal patio furniture and tools in the garage can start showing rust spots over time. A paste made of borax and lemon juice or vinegar can break down those rust stains without resorting to harsh chemicals. Apply it to the rusted area, let it sit for a while, then scrub gently with a brush or piece of steel wool. Rinse thoroughly and dry the item well to prevent future rusting. Some people take it a step further by applying a protective sealant after cleaning, but if you just want to remove the obvious spots, this borax method does the trick. It's often considered safer than some commercial rust removers, and the fresh citrus scent from the lemon juice or vinegar is a bonus. People who handle their own home repairs or like to restore old metal pieces often find this hack extremely practical. Number 18. Insect deterrent. Ants and roaches can be a headache, especially if they make themselves at home in your kitchen. One popular hack is to mix borax with a sugary substance, like powdered sugar, honey, or peanut butter, to create a bait. Place it on small pieces of cardboard or in shallow lids near wherever you see the insects. The sweet component lures them in, and the borax disrupts their digestive systems. This method is favored by those who don't want to spray chemical insecticides all over the house. Be sure to keep pets and kids away from the bait stations. Over a few days, you may notice fewer insects as they carry the borax back to their nest. It's a strategy that's been around for ages and has plenty of fans on do-it-yourself pest control forums. While it may take some patience, it's effective and relatively low on harsh chemicals. Number 19. Dishwasher help. Some dishwashers struggle with hard water, leaving glasses cloudy or dishes not fully clean. A little borax added to the detergent cup can help soften the water and enhance the soap's performance. People often say it reduces film and spots, especially on glassware. It's also more budget-friendly than specialized rinse aids. If you find a powdery residue left over after the cycle, try using slightly less borax next time or ensure you're running a hot enough cycle to dissolve everything. Many who try this method say their dishwasher results improve significantly, making it easier to keep those cups and plates sparkling. It's also a handy backup for those times you run low on your usual detergent, as a bit of borax can stretch what you have and keep everything looking fresh. Number 20. Grout cleaning solution. Grout lines can make the difference between a polished-looking tile floor and one that seems grimy, no matter how often you mop. Borax combined with warm water or a little vinegar for extra oomph forms a paste that you can apply directly onto grout lines. Use an old toothbrush or a stiff grout brush to scrub, then rinse with clean water. This helps remove the dark buildup and can lighten stains that have been there for a while. Many home improvement fans mention that borax outperforms some commercial grout cleaners, and it doesn't have the overpowering smell. The mild abrasiveness is just enough to lift dirt without damaging most tiles. Once you've rinsed, you might be amazed by how different your floor or backsplash looks. It's a hack that fits seamlessly into a day of heavy cleaning, and it's something you can repeat every few months to maintain bright, crisp grout lines without calling in expensive professionals.